website for details.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning into The Source, WOCA. Jim George is here on this somewhat cool Friday morning, 68 degrees as a matter of fact. And we're going to talk about our TVs and our internet and everything cool like that. It's the cool stuff. It's cool stuff to me anyway. I think Robin finds it cool also. Hey, good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Good morning. Yeah, it's cool.
You just flew in from Colorado this morning?
Yeah, I landed at midnight, a little bit after midnight, and drove home. Got about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Man.
Yeah.
What were you doing out there?
I went to the Cable TV Engineering Convention.
Was it cold out there?
No, it was
No?
It was warmer there than it is here.
Really?
It was like 63 in the morning and 85 in the afternoon. And I said, what happened? I even brought a sweater with me thinking, that can't be true. You go on the internet and you listen to the weather report.
Where in Colorado?
Denver.
Denver? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Unbelievably warm.
So did you bring anything back?
All the little trinkets and things that you pick up at trade shows, everything from a pin that has a company's name on it to brochures to, but I saw, all the newest, latest, and greatest technological advancements in cable TV, which everything is moving towards IPTV, what I'm trying to do. And we had some great conversations at the International Cable Breakfast, where people from all over the world, Germans and Canadians, and we talked about a la carte. And, in Canada, the government has ruled that they have to do a la carte.
Oh, so, wow.
Then they're trying to figure out how to do it. Because, number one, you have the programmers that don't want you to break up their programming. In other words, you might have the lawn mowing channel attached to the home and garden channel,
Oh my goodness, the lawn mowing channel.
And now you want to break that off of that, you want to get it apart, In other words, you have an obscure channel that you have to take because you're taking home and garden. See, they attach these channels and they make it a package and they say you must take.
Right.
So the a la carte says, no, if you only want the home and garden, you don't have to take the lawn mowing channel, whatever the name happens to be.
What would you be watching?
So that's what the government is told all the cable broadcasters. You must offer a la carte.
So let me try to be devil's advocate here, because I think a la carte is the smart and the fair thing.
It's the only way to go.
It's fair. It's only fair, right? But what I am going to say, I don't know that I agree with myself here, but I'm trying to be devil's advocate. Let's say there's a channel, and compare it to an educational channel. I don't know if NPR is considered educational anymore, but when we were kids, it was. When we were younger, NPR was, or public TV, PBS. That's what I'm thinking. Not NPR, PBS. That was the channel that taught children how to read. That was the channel that showed you the rather boring shows that explained how symphony orchestras worked and things like that.
Sure.
So it's kind of hard to get support from advertisers for that, because there's not that many people watching it.
Right.
But it existed because they were soliciting funds from the viewers.
Right.
So if the modern equivalent of that is a station that is supported by other stations that are more popular, and a la carte is mandated, then those stations would go away.
Well, they would be there for the person that wanted them, and would be willing to pay for them. So
yeah, but how would they maintain their programming if they couldn't pay the people who provide it?
Well, that's where they solicit, like you said, funds from other organizations.
Oh, so just go back to the old way.
Go back to the old way. In other words, they would have.
So that makes sense to me.
I mean, we were talking earlier about Doug Radio.
Yes, we were.
All right. So Doug goes out and he finds a store, and he says, I will broadcast all about your store, and all I want you to do is pay me a percentage if they come in and say Doug sent me. Well, if nobody goes in and says Doug sent him, then he doesn't have any revenue. But if someone comes in and says, "Hey, I heard on Doug Radio, you
I
sell."
wouldn't do that though. If I was a business, I wouldn't agree to that because he's gonna send all his friends. I'm gonna owe every one of his friends a nickel or whatever.
As long as they bought something.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a condition. They have to buy something.
Yeah,
Okay.
buy something. Make it a percentage of the sale. I told him, I said, what if you said 1%? So if they bought a $1 item, that'd be one penny.
Get a penny, yeah.
You know, a penny is a penny. but the idea is if it's entertaining enough, if it's educational enough, if people want the program, and they will pay for it. You know how much they charge for ESPN just by itself? $15. Now, I think ESPN's a waste of time, personally. But if a person wants sports channels, $15 is nothing. That's a great entertainment payment package. They get 6 channels of ESPN for $15. You know?
And that's all personal taste.
Yeah, it's all personal taste, whatever you want.
So what would the other TV people, like your counterparts in Denver, what were they saying about this? Is this what they all want?
Well, the cable broadcasting companies, they don't really care as long as they make money. I mean, they're a delivery system. Now, you take Comcast, for instance, they own probably 40% of all programming channels Comcast owns.
Really?
Yeah. Comcast has their own. When you see these programs, not ESPN, that's owned by Disney. ABC is owned by Disney. USA Network's owned by Disney. But when you see other channels, Lifetime Channel, Inspiration, they're all owned by Comcast. So Comcast, you know, they don't want to break it up. They want all the channels they own, of course, to be broadcast by every cable company.
Yeah.
So they're against a la carte. But the small independents, and I'm going out to Dallas, Texas on the 12th and 13th for the Independent Multi-Housing Cable TV Consortium. And what that is timeshares, apartment complexes, and they want a la carte because they don't want to force anybody to watch a channel they don't want to watch. They're saying, we're going to make you we'll offer you 72 channels. You choose the ones you want. Done.
So does a meeting like this, the one in Denver, or any of them, does it catapult the progress? I mean, it seems like it's been a hurry up and wait kind of a thing with a la carte in our area. Is it going to move a little faster now that other people are talking about it?
But once it goes to IP, a la carte becomes a reality. As long as it's RF, radio frequencies where one channel, like channel 2, channel 3, it's hard to block one channel and allow another channel. It's very expensive. But when it goes to IP, just like you type in hello Dolly or something, you just say turn off channel. And so if a person doesn't want it, they don't pay for it, it turns off. Whereas all the rest of them stay on. You see, so you can individualize an individual channel for anybody. So if you only wanted one channel, that's the only channel you want, that's all you'd pay for is that one channel.
Right.
And yet you'd have the capability of 200 or 300 channels.
And so how are the major networks playing into this, NBC, ABC, and CBS?
Well, they're what we call must carry. A cable company must carry ABC, NBC, CBS. But the person doesn't have to watch them. Mm-hmm. So the cable company is forced by the FCC to carry, let's say, 9 of the majors. Mm-hmm. CW, ION, PAX, ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS. They're forced to carry those. But if you don't want to watch them, and if it was a pay per channel, you wouldn't have to pay for them.
Oh, okay.
The cable company did their job. Mm-hmm. They received them and they transmitted them. Mm-hmm. But you, the individual, say, I don't want them. Done.
And will there be still Nielsen ratings then when
there will, exists? But no, Nielsen ratings will go away because the box itself is a smart box. So if a programmer said, I want to know how many people watch my channel between 8 and 9 at night, and that's either by state, by county, by region. All they have to do is look at, because everything reports now, it's IP. So they just look online for their channel and it says, here are the number of viewers that watched your program on this day during this time. Nielsen goes away. Gallup poll goes away.
Well, we were talking to a lady yesterday about the listening habits of college students, and like in the old days with radio, you had to wait for somebody to fill in a little form and send it in. It was the not Nielsen, what they call it?
Oh, Arbitron.
Arbitron, and they would send $1 just as a token or whatever. Now they know at that moment. They know at that moment who's listening to what, not only what station, but what song.
Yes.
It's amazing. I mean,
It's amazing.
She was right. So I'm guessing the same technology is available for TV
Right.
shows.
And been available for a long time, but we just never took advantage of it because we did not have the catch-up technology. But IPTV does that.
All right, let's take a little break and we'll be right back with Jim George. If you have any questions, by the way, your phone calls are invited. The number is 622-WOCA. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. We'll see some clouds and sun today with a few showers and a thunderstorm arriving in the afternoon inland. High 84 to 88. Mostly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm near the coast. Low 72 to 76. Clouds and sunshine tomorrow with a few showers and a thunderstorm. High 86 to 90. Sunday mostly cloudy with a few more showers and a thunderstorm. High 87 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis.
Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. right here on The Source, WOCA. Don't miss Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with your hosts, Francois Cousinet and Julianne Cousinet. They'll be giving you information about your retirement funds and answering your questions with live call-in. So don't miss it, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
News Talk 1370 WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Jim George is here. We're talking about technology, TV, and internet. And during the break, he instructed me to go online to speedtest.net.
Yes.
So I'm testing the speed of the internet here at the radio station.
Yes.
Now you tell me if this is good or bad. It gave me two results: download speed and upload speed.
Right.
The download speed 28.65 Mbps.
Right.
Was that
Megabits per second.
Okay, is that good? 28.6.
Oh, yeah.
That's real good.
That's really good.
Upload speed 16.10.
Perfect.
Really?
Most people get a 1/6. You got a 16/28.
That's good, huh?
That's very good.
Wow.
So I got to try that at home. Now, will the other website you told me about give me the same results?
Try it.
What is the other one?
Toast.net.
Toast.net. Okay. The other one was speed test if you need to know. Toast.net. And then what do I click on?
There should be a thing that says test my speed or performance on the left-hand side, kind of high up.
Test my speed. Toast.net. Let's see. Email marketing, business email, websites. No, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that.
Toast.
You sure it's not toast? Is it TOAST?
Yeah, just toast. Okay, do this. On the header where you put toast.net,
Uh-huh.
how about /performance?
Okay, toast.net. Hold on. Toast.net /performance. Okay. Maybe that's it. But the other one, the performance test has moved. So you go to performance.toast.net.
All right.
That's for anybody wanting to go. Performance? Okay. Now what do I do?
Does it say print shuttle or what's it say?
Yeah, it said text and shuttle.
All right, hit that. That will print the shuttle.
The shuttle, okay.
A space shuttle?
Run
Yep.
test.
Run the test.
Space shuttle.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
they have to print an image to see how quick the image
Well,
can.
wait a minute. Let me ask you. It says dial-up, text and shuttle, web accelerator, text and shuttle, and broadband.
Broadband. That's what you want.
So do I want F-16 Blue Jets or Blue
Either one you want. Hit it.
F-16 or Blue Angels?
Yeah, do Blue Angels. Big deal.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. The other one was easier. I like the other one better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this would be a more truer.
.net.
This is truer?
Yeah.
Oh, this just shows a picture of Blue Angels. Oh, I see. That's my wait picture. It shows me a picture while I wait. Please wait. Loading a compressed. Okay, here's my results. 2,876 kilobytes.
Okay, it's 2 meg.
Quest, Comcast, Verizon. Okay.
It tells you how you compare with other cable companies.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
2000. So is that the same results I got?
So how did you compare? Were you better than a Comcast test or better than a...
Oh no. Comcast, Quest, Comcast, Verizon, SBC Global, and Cox are all better than my results.
Yeah, so the speed test was better for you. Because what happens is you didn't choose. There's a little bit more to it than what we've just said on the radio. You can choose what country you want to test from and on toast performance.
Right.
But speedtest.net is the true is how fast you're doing from point A to point B.
I like the other one better.
Yeah.
What was it? Spin test?
Speed test.
Speedtest.net.
That was my favorite. That was better of the two.
The less complicated for me, the better. I'm not savvy.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a phone call. Good morning.
Yep.
Thank you for calling. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yes, good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
With satellites, communication satellites, you have satellites that are for telephone, for TV, you name it, radio, whatever. Are these satellites individually functional for just one service, or are they multi-service functional?
No, a satellite can do multi-functions.
Okay. Now, the company that owns the satellite, to get it in orbit, is it the government that puts them up there and they have to pay the government?
Well, that used to be with NASA, but right now, since they have the different launch, vehicles, but it costs about $500 million to put a satellite in orbit between the satellite itself plus the launch. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, and who owns the rockets that do that?
Well, when you say who owns it, you're paying a company. Like, for instance, I think there was a company in Russia that charges you $20 million to put your satellite in orbit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Basically speaking on the size of satellites, are they like maybe like the size of a basketball or like a bathtub or what?
Both. They can be as big as a basketball or the size of a small car. Or size of a.
What would be the life expectancy on average for a satellite?
15 years max, maybe. But the technology is going to change so much that probably 10. But you can always type in the internet under Google or something, life expectancy of satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there must be a lot of them up there. It's great. One of the great satellite functions is the weather satellites that can look down and see hurricanes and everything else. And that's just a wonderful thing that I know when I was a young man. Watching weather stations back in Milwaukee a long time ago, you never had satellite weather, and it was all kinds of guesswork and stuff,
right.
But nowadays it's just a whole different ballgame. But it's very interesting.
Do you have the free download of Google Earth?
No.
Oh, you need to go to Google Earth and download the free download. You can type in Ocala, and you'll see it zoom into Florida, and then zoom into Ocala, and then you can type your street address in, and it will show you the last time the LEO satellite, low Earth orbit satellite, passed over your house, and it'll show a picture of your car parked in the driveway, but it may have gone over maybe 5 hours ago.
I'll be darned.
Now, if you pay for the update, you can get it live. You can see yourself in the yard waving at yourself.
Really?
That's right.
That sounds great, but it almost sounds kind of scary in a way.
No sunbathing in the backyard.
How much is it? I want to pay.
I think it's $20 a year.
$20 a year? I can't see myself waving.
There you go.
I'm gonna do it.
Google Earth.
That is cool.
I'll do some crop circles or something.
Now that there's so much stuff on the internet, you and I will never even be able to determine what's on the internet, like Doug Radio.
No.
Yeah.
Too much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Hugh. I think he's gone. Well, that's kind of cool. $20 a year.
And this is really fascinating stuff because you're going to all of those different seminars and things, and you're not only getting expertise from other professionals, but you're actually guest speaking at some of them and giving your expertise.
Right. Yep. I was a speaker at this one also, and basically what we're speaking about is the difficulties of how to launch this or how to launch that, and then other people talk about how they launched it and the experiences they're experiencing. So we're sharing information back and forth. And when we leave there, then we have contacts. I remember I flew out on a plane. I was in the very back of the plane next to a guy, and when I flew back, I was in the same seat I flew out on. I flew back, and so he was right next to me again. So
really?
We talked all the way out. We talked all the way back. So I made a new acquaintance going out and coming back. But you also renew acquaintances with, the president of Comcast was there, the president of Time Warner was there. All the big wigs are there, as well as a little small company like me in Ocala, Florida.
Wow. Have you ever seen the first class section of the Dubai airline?
No.
It is unbelievable. Those people have the money in the world.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. It's unbelievable what they have. These little, it's like it almost looks like a sleeping, what do you call it, room thing on a train, except way modern.
Oh, one of those compartments.
Yeah, way modern. It's unbelievable.
All right.
And they've got the internet, and they've got all the Wi-Fi, and they've got everything you would want.
Well, in the airline we flew out, they had Dish TV on there, and of course you swipe your credit card, and a little TV in front of you, which was about 4 inches by 6 inches, you could watch, 25 channels of Dish TV. So some people were watching CNN, some were watching a movie, some whatever it was.
So when you get the internet, I think you've answered this before, but I forget. So when you get your internet with a dish, it seems like it would be a slow, you could receive it quickly, but it seems like it'd be a slow send. Like on that test I just did, speedtest.net, the upload speed was slower than the download speed.
All right, well, here's the deal. They want you to be able to download something like a movie real quick. But for you to send out, you don't send out often. The most you might send out is enter. When you hit enter or send, all right, so you're sending out with less bandwidth and less speed than you receive on purpose.
That's true.
On purpose. Now, you could buy a 28 by 28 or a 50 by 50, which means you receive and send at the same speed.
And that would be for a TV station on the internet?
Right, somebody who needs that bandwidth. Like I talked to a television station guy at the show, and he was Chinese, and he couldn't speak a word of English, and we had an interpreter. And he has 200 channels of Chinese. And he wants to know, is there any market for it here in the United States? And I said, oh, yeah, of course there is. There's probably 20 million Chinese in Chinatown. I don't know how big Chinatown is, 20 million. And they probably want, Chinese programming straight from China. Mm-hmm. And I said, how much bandwidth do you need? He said, about 800 gigabyte. 1 gigabyte would cost you like $5,000 a month.
Oh, man.
Now, 800 gigabyte? I said, I don't think anybody's going to be buying that service.
Maybe there was something lost in the translation.
So is there a level where you cut off from like gigabyte to megabyte to terabyte?
Yes.
And then start referring to that?
Exactly.
Terabytes too much?
Well, I'm going to try this testing at home, by the way. Let's go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Hey, I want to find out something. I have a computer in the office, and we wanted to find a lot down on Lake Weir, Smith Lake. And lo and behold, there comes a picture. We say the state of Florida, say Marion County, we say near Lake Weir area. And we sit there, and then they zoomed in on this lot. Can you imagine seeing a guy standing down there on a lot?
There you go. Google Earth.
Wow.
It's unreal, isn't it?
It's unreal.
And I'll tell you something else. In our business, we deal with different countries, and also we deal with Germany a lot. And they call us on a computer, ask us what the price of a picture they've seen in our book, and we tell them, and they send me a check, and I just put the little memory stick in the side there, and boom, it goes over to Germany. And wham, there next to they send me a book with the cover on it. And there's our picture.
There you go.
That's amazing.
I'm just amazed, the stuff that happened with our computer. But this was unbelievable to sit there in Smith Lake and tune it in, and then sit there and see that lot with a guy standing on it. That is unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, now you can get only so close with the look, at Google Earth, and even if you pay for the update service, it still only let you zoom in so much.
Jim, we're out of time. Bruce, thank you for the call. Jim, what is your phone number?
My number is 854-9795.
Thank you. It was fun.
Thank you.
Always fun. I'm going to try that at home. Speedtest.net. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The British Prime Minister trying to bolster support for a new phase of action in the fight against Islamic State militants.
The question before the House today is how we keep the British people safe from the threat posed by ISIL.
Prime Minister David Cameron asking lawmakers to back his plan to send UK forces to join the US, France and others in conducting airstrikes against ISIS in Iraq, although not Syria.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen. Parliament is expected to back the plan, and while this civilians against it...
I, for one, do not want to see another coffin draped in a Union Jack. Somebody else's family ruined for the rest of their life.
Opinion polls suggest the British public is in favor of the plan, and all flights in and out of Chicago's O'Hare and Midway halted after a fire at a suburban Chicago air traffic control facility. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Worn-out shocks and struts make your car handle like a banana boat being towed by a super tanker. Fix that pavement pontoon now and get 4 qualifying Napa or Rancho shocks and struts for the price of 3 with a mail-in rebate offer. So stop sloshing around and conquer the job with Napa Know-How. Mail-in rebate offer for Visa prepaid card in the amount of the lowest cost unit at participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 10/31/14.
What's the secret to great business trips? Choice Hotels, where you'll find everything a business traveler needs, like a generous rewards program. And right now, when you take 2 separate trips at Comfort Inn or any Choice Hotel, you can earn 1 night free. Stay for business at Choice Hotels and book now at choicehotels.com. Great endings begin here. Free night based on an 8,000-point Choice Privileges reward night at over 1,500 hotels. Valid 9/4/14 through 11/12/14. Requires registration and 2 separate qualifying stays.